yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a
He's heating up!
6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snowdrop. Big budget has big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Get off your lazy ass and go to the fucking gym.
Eat a fucking steak, you son of a bitch!
The fat phobia. Thin white men.
I'm gonna starve now!
How's the diabetes treatment?
Stop telling people to lose weight. Stop being like fat phobia doesn't exist.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 23 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexin' on all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
How we doing, fam? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the greatest sleazecast in all the realm. Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? It is Thursday, September the 1/5, and we have a great show today. We got some great questions. We're going to get into some tip. We're going to get that tip wet. We're going to coax our way in there. And of course, we are going to go balls deep and potentially deeper than we ever have before. This is one small step for the Swole fam. One giant thrust for Papa Swole. I don't know, but let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, Beaches. Round of applause. I have to work that one out. I got to work that through. Good morning from the Daily Swole Telegram chat. What's up, Cerny, Jessica, Mark, Nancy? How we doing, Tyler? Let's say Lupe. We got Walter in the house. We have Triad. How we doing, Wax? What's up, Bao? Dan in La Casa. Colin, Clayton, JK, Brenda, Nicholas. Who this guy? Who is this guy? And what's up, fam? Positive Charisma. How we doing, Beaches? All right, drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Come one, come all. Share the stream. We are live on all the platforms. Check the links in the show notes for the 7 Pillars ebook, for apparel, for joining the greatest fam in the realm. Now is the time to join the Swole fam. Trust me, fuck your resolution season starts in 2 fucking weeks. Can you believe it? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And you're not going to hear me. I'm not going to shut the fuck up about your resolutions. Fuck your resolutions starts in 2 weeks. My God. Let's fucking go. Let's get ready for it, fam. Let's see a little bit of a tainty boy. Let's get a little insight on the tainty cam. And then, of course, let's bust this nut wide open. There he is. Nice little taint there. Very nice. Very nice. Big old pupper paws, tiny little peepee, and a little preview of that taint. He is so bashful. And he's looking super, super snuggled over there on his tainty bed. Now let's get into this nut and get today's show on the road. You're going to love today's Swole card. As always, let's go. I'll look. Oh, Tessie, you're my bestie. Hashtag toxic muscularity. It's a great card.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All right. Hashtag toxic muscularity for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's show. Shannon says, are we getting a Fuck Your Resolution shirt? We already have one, and it's already on the site, I believe. I think it's actually active, but you're going to see me wearing it. You're going to see me wearing that a lot in the next for the next like few months, but that's coming up. We already have that. Check out, make sure when you go to papasolio.com, go to all designs and scroll. It's a couple pages. There's so much shit. There's so many designs. And remember, you get 10% off. Use code DailySwole. But if you're a member, make sure you use your member code. That way you can save 20%. Another benefit of joining the fam is you get 20% off 24/7, 365, all designs. And that's fucking awesome. Like you pretty much get free shipping plus a huge discount. So make sure you check that out. But we got the Fuck Your Resolutions. Make sure you get that shit in. You got to wear it. You got to wear it going hard with the Fuck Your Resolution season. As we always do. As we always do. And it's always interesting at the beginning of Fuck Your Resolution season because people are confused. What do you mean resolutions? They're not even plugged in. They're leading into Halloween. And then it's Thanksgiving. And then it's Christmas and Hanukkah. And then it's mostly Christmas is the gaining fatness bullshit. And then there's New Year's. And then there's the fog and the hangover from the holiday season for the next month or two, and the bullshit resolutions that don't stick. Fuck resolutions. Start today. Start today. Welcome. Drop some cherries. Jessica made it to my first live. Toxic muscularity. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Welcome to the Mancast. All right, fam. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Share the stream. Everyone, share the stream right now. Let's share this. Share that fucking shit. Let's get people in here. Let's get more people in. Let's flood this fucking. Let's flood the internet. Let's break the net right now. Let's get into that tip. Everyone, let's spit on it. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh my God, it's so damn moist. It's so moist. There's no way it's not going in. There's no way it's not going in. So today's Thursday. That means tomorrow is our world famous overtime segment. So if you are not a member, you will not get access to it. But when you do join the Swole fam, you get access to the live stream that goes live right after the public stream. We go right into overtime for members. And then, of course, you can catch all the previous overtime segments in Swole TV. And those are fire, brand new edits. We go over offensive posts that we can't do on the public stream. And we go over some dark shit. And then, of course, we do some throwback videos, NOCs and DWGs. And, of course, when we do new DWGs, we feature those in the overtime segment. So make sure you're there for that and turn on those notifications. And if you're a member, you get text messages and alerts and all that stuff. So tomorrow, overtime segment. It's fucking Friday. So just a reminder, every Friday we do an overtime segment. All right, first Swole fan post of the day is from Brandon. And Brandon writes, going to rant here for a second, fam. Let's go. I love a good rant.
He's heating up.
All right, I work at a large hospital and my unit is on the 7th floor. The main floor is actually floor number 2. So some people have to go to the first floor for their unit. I probably take the 14 flights 75% of the time, but it infuriates me when there's a crowd of staff waiting for an elevator up and people insist on taking the elevator down, especially when they're overweight, like it's 2 flights of stairs down.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's what happens when you live in a fat, fucking lazy society. You have people working at a hospital and they're overweight. A lot of doctors and nurses are fat and unhealthy, so you want to take your health advice from someone that's actually healthy. And it's sickening when people are waiting for an elevator when there's like only a couple flights. Walk up or walk down, and if you can't, there's the problem. There's the fucking problem. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Dan, I was on vacation last week and I did yoga in the mornings at the hotel after the class. The instructor said to me that it's obvious I do yoga. I said, Swolga, baby. Hashtag toxic muscularity. Let's fucking go. Yow. Yeah. Maybe we got a new Swole fan member there. Why are the gorillas staying on the screen? I don't mind. I don't mind. Leave them. We'll just leave them the whole episode. We'll just leave them. Leave all the gorillas. All right, next Swole fan post. This one's from Katie, and it's Caydee. Good morning, fam. I wanted to ask your advice on something. I have quite unexpectedly fallen in love with running. After a summer of health issues, I started walking 3 to 4 miles a day, 4 to 5 days a week. Walking turned to running, though not very fast. I find I am so much happier through the day and have more energy when I get a run or a brisk walk in. I don't necessarily want a runner's body, though. Is it possible to mix strength training with the cardio so I have a nice full physique? I know I'll have to eat a lot. I'm curious about your opinion. It sounds like you're not doing a lot of intense running. You're just kind of doing like more of a nice walk. You certainly can. You just need to make sure you focus your attention mostly on your strength training and building muscle and getting enough protein. You're not exhausting yourself. The real challenge comes when people do like marathon running and long distance running, because you have to recover enough between weight training sessions and the kind of overload and proper running form, which is very hard to come by when people are wearing, they're running heel to toe, which is terrible. So if you're just doing like general walking, you're saying running not very fast, the more you do, the more challenging it's going to be for you to pack on muscle, but it's definitely possible. Jeremy's correct. I believe it's pronounced yogging. The J is silent. That's absolutely correct.
60% of the time, correction. It works.
We know that.
Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
So it's definitely possible. It depends on how often you're doing it. So you're saying 4 to 5 days a week. If you're just doing a nice brisk walk and maybe you're jogging a little bit, yogging that a little bit, it's definitely possible. Just make sure you bias your training protocols towards the strength training and enough recovery, and just don't overdo it if you're adding in the weight training. I don't know. I guess you're already training properly? Are you already on a training program? Are you already doing the 90-day dash or Swole season or Scorched Earth? Just make sure that you are giving yourself enough recovery and see how it goes. All right. Excellent. Good for you. Good for you. It's great. It feels great. Just go for a walk. Everyone just go for a walk and forget. I'm not saying you have to run 5 miles or 10 miles. Go for a walk. Do sprints. Sprints are fantastic. Human beings are meant to walk and sprint. Long distance running, some people's bodies are built for it more. And of course, you know, a lot of people don't want a marathon runner's body. That's nothing to aspire towards, in my opinion. You want to have more muscle mass. You want to have more bone density. It's more important to train for strength. But sprinting, you could definitely do tons of cardio like that, like interval training. People do battle rows. People do kettlebell and mace bell and steel club. They do sauna. I love those things for cardiovascular. I don't like doing long distance running shit, especially to combine with weight training. But I do like walking and long distance. Walking is so good for your health. It's not just good for your physical health. It's good for your mental health. It's so important. It's great. It's a moving meditation. There are a lot of great things and great ways to meditate while you're walking. This is called moving meditation. And if you want to have more creativity, relax your brain and work through some things in terms of if you have mental stress or you have some issues that you're trying to sort through in your mind, go for a walk. You know, if you have that's a great thing about having a dog is that they need to go on walks. So then it gets you out there walking. But it's great to just do that on your own too, even if you don't have a puppers. We got a picture here from Matt that's going to make everyone hungry. That's an interesting piece of meat there in the corner. That's a nice little curved sausage that looks like a horseshoe. Meat over fire. My recipes are simple. Let's get some grilled for you, Matt. Nice meat. I like that meat, Matt. Everyone take a look at Matt's meat. Speaking of meat, let's look at Nancy's meat. And we got a couple steaks there. Stress eating some steak tonight. Let's fucking go. Let's get a little Merrick on that one.
He's on fire!
Stress eating. There's nothing like managing stress with some delicious fucking steak. Good for you, Nancy. Better than garbage. Last Swole fan post, and then we'll get into some questions. So you can start dropping those in the comments. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Post here from Nika. Hey family, it's been a long while. I had surgery almost a year ago now, for reproductive issues. I couldn't work out for a month or two. Honestly, can't remember the length. But then after I was cleared for light workouts, but was warned not to do too much too fast, as I was still going to be recovering for a while before I completely healed. So knowing how hard I pushed myself, I stupidly just avoided the gym to not risk it. Then my schedule got so chaotic and mixed up between 2 jobs that I couldn't find a good time to fit in exercise like I wanted to. I have done some active things like small workouts with the little equipment I have, and Ring Fit and Just Dance on my Switch to stay moving, Nintendo Switch. But I still haven't been back to a full routine yet. Then some chaos happened at the gym on an employee level. So now I'm looking into other gyms as I'm not sure I want to stay there. But I'm also starting to have some mystery heart issues that I will have to wait until October to find out what, if anything, is wrong. So I'm trying to take it as easy as possible without being a beach and simply not moving. I honestly don't know where I'm going with this. I just want to let y'all know where I was at. I'm going to start getting back into it since I feel awful about letting myself drop off like I did. Glad to be back starting to watch the Daily Swoles again. Well, sorry to hear that. Glad you're back. Glad you're back posting. Very important to post up. Very important to post up. And just like she was saying, I honestly don't know where I'm going with this. You just need to tell someone. You need to get it out there. And what better thing than to post for the Swole fam? So we're here for you. Keep us updated. What's going on with the heart issues? I know that's your personal medical. Hopefully it's not experimental injection related, but if you have gotten the vaccine, you probably want to, maybe address it from that aspect as well. Although it's more common in males, as far as I'm aware. But I'm sorry to hear that. And can you do yoga? I mean, I guess you want to keep it low key. You don't want to push yourself too much. But as long as you're doing maybe yin yoga is something that you can get into. Thank you for the post, Nika. Glad to have you back, or glad you're at least plugging back in so you can work on your mental health and work on your meditation and things like that. All right, let's get into some questions. Time for some knowledge cock. Let's fucking go. Let's get a little tainty reprieve. Oh, look at the tainty boy. My goodness. Is that not something special? Look at that guy. Look at that fucking guy. Look at that tainty man. All right, questions in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole, yo. Kicking it off with you got a caller already. Nice. Let's take one from Brett. Brett in the house.
Can you please make a video explaining what those devices you use for your shoulder, wrist, and arm workouts are in your videos? The like shorter black one and then the one that's like a mallet. What they're called or where to purchase them.
All right. We go over this a lot, but of course they're in so many of my videos. So it's a steel club, and inside Swolenormous X, we have master classes on steel club and mace. We have Swollen 7 sessions for workouts, and we have a lot more content coming for that. Those are steel maces. There's longer maces. There's the shorter maces, and there's the clubs. And there's different types of clubs. Even the wood ones, they're called gatas. They're called meals. They're called jories. There are a lot of different names depending on the shape and where they're coming from. But the steel club, it's fantastic for grip strength. It's great for your forearms, great for your elbows. It's great for your shoulders. It's great for the connective tissue. That's the most important thing, is the connective tissue in your joints. So that's great to increase your strength. It's going to increase your grip strength, especially when you're using club and mace. I would recommend doing club work before you go to mace. You can do mace. There's nothing wrong with that, but I saw massive improvements in my mace work since I added the club. So it lends to me. Plus, they're very portable. You can throw a 5-pounder in your bag and bring it to the gym or anywhere. And a great thing about the club work is if you live in an apartment or you have low ceilings, maces aren't going to work. So it's great for you to use. It's a great way. You can get shorter maces, but it's a great way to, activate the same pathways. If you don't have high, like we have really low ceilings, so that's affecting me for maybe setting up some things in the gym. So I can't do mace inside, but I can do club work. So if you have an apartment or you have some place where you don't have high ceilings, it's great for you to use clubs. Good questions. Let's see. Will, any shoulder mobility exercises to prioritize for someone that feels like they've developed painful arc? Well, yoga for sure. Shoulder awareness program in the program vault in X for sure. Also, club work is epic. There are a lot of great shoulder mobility exercises. Doing cables across for the posterior deltoid and the posterior rotator cuff, doing external rotations with a band, with a cable machine, or with a dumbbell. There's a lot of different ways that you can do shoulder mobility exercises, prone presses. You could do floor cobras. There are a lot of good ones, but I would say club work. Again, club work you always want to go for the least common denominator. So when someone asks me, hey, what's the best thing to do for shoulder mobility? I can list off, demonstrate, or explain, and people are taking notes like, okay, you want to do this exercise, you want to activate here, you want to do it. Or I say, pick up this fucking club and start swinging it like this and start light. That's the easiest thing. That's why when a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm new to working out, I have this kind of pain, I'm trying to increase my activity and blah, blah, rather than try to break down a whole program and people be overloaded and not take action, and say, do yoga. Start with a yoga class. Do this one yoga class over and over again until you master it. Just, you want to give the least or the lowest common denominator, the thing that's going to get people the most results. That's what the 7 pillars are. It's that foundation. Everything's distilled down to the 7 pillars and everything sprouts from those 7 pillars. So when it comes to shoulder mobility, it's like, do dead hangs, do club work. And then once you get that kind of habit, you can build from there. But that's going to give you so many benefits. And it's the simplest thing to explain. It's very inexpensive, a steel club, when it comes to the 5-pounder. We Googled it on Amazon. We Amazoned it. It was like $20. So, Shannon, Papa Swole, I haven't been on a scale, and I'm for the most part full carnivore with some sweet potatoes to help sugar cravings. I work out regularly with Active Recovery. I stepped on and I'm heavier according to my BMI. I'm overweight now since I'm... All right, you had a couple more comments. I'm a little confused. You haven't been on a scale. I work out regularly with Active Recovery. I stepped on and I'm heavier. Like, what's a time frame? What are you eating? Like, when it comes to carnivore, how's your sleep? Are you doing other types of measurements? The scale is only one aspect of it. You could be building muscle. I mean, I don't know where you're starting from what you're eating. There's a lot of other habits there. So again, you said I haven't been on the scale. There's a good reason why you shouldn't be stepping on a scale. You know, you're going to be heavier, you're going to be lighter, you're going to fluctuate due to water retention or lack thereof. Like, what are you actually eating? Are you measuring in any other way? The scale is only going to give you one-sided. It's not multidimensional. You're not doing measurements. You're not doing body fat analysis, which is very inaccurate, but it gives you a little bit more. Shan, I'm eating grass-fed beef. I was 165, now up to 175. How are your clothes fitting? How else are you managing this? How do you feel? You know, chances are you're eating more nutrient-dense foods than you ever were before. Like, where were you coming from? Like, what's going on? Need some more details. It seems like there's a logical explanation. It's not like you're gaining fat. You can gain 10 pounds of fat from going carnivore, that's for sure. All right, let's get into Tensile Baton 17. Papa Swolio, should I do a quick 5-minute workout? Yes.
Matt Damon.
You should do a quick 10-minute workout. Hey, you should do a quick half-an-hour workout. Quick. You know, a 5-minute workout. That's like saying, like, how... Well, what color is Paul Revere's White Horse? It's like a quick 5-minute workout. It could be a long 5-minute workout. Depends on what you do. Try doing 5 minutes of straight mace bell swings with any weight. 5 minutes straight without resting. Just going side to side. That 5 minutes not going to seem so quick. Yeah. Don't worry about the scale. Don't worry about the scale. You should go to the fucking gym. Goddamn right. Let's see. Oh God. Godly Adrian. How to improve my abs. Okay.
Matt Damon.
I appreciate the question, but how to improve my abs? By doing core exercises, but you're not going to see them. You're not going to spot reduce fat. You need to be eating better. So check out the 7 pillars. Check out the elimination diet. Go to swolenormousx.com. Download the 7 pillars. Check out the blog. Listen to the Daily Swole Mancast. Mark Greedo from the Telegram. What is the origin story of the Matt Damon soundboard drop? I get what it means from context, but thought maybe there's a good story. Team America World Police, the greatest movie in the land. America, fuck yeah! All right, Rishikesh Singh 437. Sir, I am very proper. Thank you. Look at that. Respect your elders. Respect your swollers. Sir, I am 16 and gained a lot of weight, almost 125 kilograms. That you are, oh, this is an Instagram question, that you are 125 kilograms or you gained 125 kilograms? Because that's what? Times 2, 250. That's like 275, right? Or so, 280. But don't know how to lose weight. I'm assuming you are total almost. You know how to lose weight. Well, you got to start eating better for sure. Stay away from those vegetable oils. Start eating some more beef, grass-fed beef, preferably if you have access to it, and fruit. Just get rid of all those processed sugars and vegetable oils. That's the first start. Do an elimination diet. You'll flush out a lot of water and extra body fat. You're just poisoning yourself probably. Most people are. Quality sleep is so important. Jessica, Papa Soy, I'm on week 2 of the 90-day dash primer week. Is there any real way to know when you're ready to move into the program? Well, I mean, I think if you're doing, how is it going for you? If it's exceptionally challenging, if it's really hard for you and you're not completing anything, then I would stick to primer week. But once you manage primer week and you're completing the workouts, it still might be challenging. But if you completed the workout, you move on. And then you move on to that first week. And let's say that first week, for whatever reason, is so overwhelming for you, then you go back. But it won't be. It won't be. If you're doing week 2 of the primer week, you're ready to move on. I'm sure. Like, are you completing the workouts? Whether it's challenging or not, like, how do you feel completing them? Are you completing the Swolga? Are you doing them in entirety? Or are you, like, struggling all the way through and it's extremely... Like, what's your difficulty? How would you rate it for yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the most difficult thing ever. 1 being the easiest. 1 being Baby Shark. And 10 being spending 5 minutes with Tess Holiday. All right, message from Ufai. Oh, Papa Swolio. Yeah. Papa Swolio, today was my first day at the gym. Any tips for beginners? Yeah, keep going. Everyone has a first day, but so many people have a last day. So keep going. Always be learning. And remember, download the 7 pillars over at Swolenormous X and really understand what the importance is of all the other aspects, because training is just pillar number 2. Pillar number 3. As much as I say, go to the fucking gym, go to the fucking gym. Again, my messaging on social media and a lot of the hyperbolic nature of what I put out is lowest common denominator. Everyone can understand, go to the fucking gym. Oh, I get it. I don't have to explain, well, periodization. And if you're, adding up this and subtracting that and rest periods, people aren't going to consume that. And very few people actually give a shit about that. And actually, those are the details that don't matter as much as people think they do. So it doesn't matter what else you fucking do unless you're going to the fucking gym, wherever you train. Maybe it's outside, like wherever your training is your gym. So like, that's the first thing. So you have to keep on going. Be ready to experiment on yourself, test things out. Don't be afraid to try different things, but you have to be consistent and relentless as fuck. You're not going to get progress. I don't care what you're trying to do unless you're consistent. So today was my first day at the gym, bro. That's fantastic. You know what the hardest part is? Doing it again tomorrow, and then doing it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and doing it for weeks after weeks after weeks when you barely see progress. I would take before pictures too, because you're going to make more progress than you realize before you start feeling like it. So how about you're putting your effort in, you're eating properly, you're doing all these things, and you're doing it for weeks or months before you really see a ton of change. That's why people quit, because they don't get their results Amazon Prime. So get ready to put a lot of effort in for delayed gratification. Who this guy? Who is this guy? Still have no fucking idea who this guy is. Papa Swolio, when doing lateral tube walking, I feel it in my TFL area. TFL is tight/pain daily, and after leg day, I feel a strain in my gracilis and my inner thigh. Are you sure? How do you know if it's exactly You're very good with your kinesiology. Any help on how to correct this imbalance? Lateral tube walking. So when you're in an open chain, the TFL is going to externally rotate the thigh. When your foot is in the ground, when it's a closed chain, the TFL is going to internally rotate the thigh. Okay. So when you're doing lateral tube walking, lead with your heel. You're probably stepping too wide and you're opening up your hip and you're activating the hip flexors. You're activating your rectus femoris, your TFL, and your psoas. So you're probably lead with your heel, kind of keep your toes almost like pigeoned in and shorten up your step and suck your stomach in, tuck your pelvis like your hips are a bucket of water, trying to pour water out the backside. So really try to drive and activate that gluteus medius more. The TFL is tight. You just need to mobilize your internal rotators. So if you're a member of Swolenormous X, the latest Swolga that I did, how many of you tried the latest Swolga that I dropped? That's amazing to mobilize your thighs and I think it's called hip mobility. That's part of the title. But there's some great internal rotation movements. After leg day, I feel a strain in my gracilis. Well, I mean, is it your sartorius? Is it your gracilis? Is your adductor magnus? And there's a lot of other muscles in there too. It could be your semimembranosus, semitendinosus. You might just perceive it. So, I mean, the gracilis is a very thin, small muscle. So it really depends on, I don't know what you're doing when it comes to your inner thigh and your adductors. But I would recommend doing things like, for example, hip mobility in general is great. Jefferson curls are fantastic. Doing good mornings, but from a pancake stretch, from like a straddle position. So you're activating you do mobility for your inner thigh. You could also use like sliders or a bench. You put your foot up on a bench. We have some of these in Papa Swolio's featured pump where you're doing your adductors, your inner thigh strengthening. It just seems like you have to take those very thin, sensitive muscles. If they're underworked and under targeted, they're just going to get blasted out. If you are, it'll just be the weakest link. So you have to strengthen those. When you're trying to improve strength, strengthening and bringing up your weakest link when it comes to to output. That's why when you add in steel club or mace, a lot of times your grip strength will go up tremendously and your pushing strength and everything goes up tremendously because there's such a dynamic nature to steel club and mace that activates all the tendons and ligaments in your fingers and your hands and your wrists, that it unlocks a lot more strength when you're doing more macro movements. So if you're getting all these small mobility, the small little joints activated, it's going to bring up your strength. So it's all about weak points. Make your weak points your strong points. That's what Arnold used to say. But this comes from from a deep to a superficial. So you want to make sure that all the tendons and ligaments, all those things are strong. That's why mobility is very important. It's not stretching. Mobility is not stretching. Mobility is literally doing intense strength training, but it's lighter weights to a full range of motion, because that's going to unlock your force capacity when you're doing bench pressing or pull-ups or anything like that. Good question. Good question. Man, I don't think anyone's dropped Gracilis in the fucking comments. You guys can get technical if you want. If I have no idea, I'll tell you I don't have any idea, but specific questions will get specific answers. Jessica, I can complete the workouts with moderate to mild difficulty and no real modification. I'd say the workouts are about a 6 on the Baby Shark scale. There you go. I would move on to week 1. What's the worst that can happen? Oh my God, I can't. And even if you have to modify some of the things in week 1, I think you're going to be very pleased. I don't think it's not as overwhelming as you think it is. It's important. Challenge. You want to challenge yourself. So the workout's about a 6. Yeah, I think if you go into week 1, best case scenario is going to be it's a 7 or an 8. I think you'll be fine. And if it's really overwhelming, you're like, oh my God, I'm really not ready for that, then stay in week 1 for a while. Just like you did this. When you do any of the programs, there's no requirement. I think a lot of people don't understand that in general, even though it's broken down there. You stay in primer week as long as you need to, but you can go primer week and then you go to week 1 and then go back to primer week for a week and then go back to week 1. You could fluctuate there for a while before you move on to week 2, but there's no requirement that you move on with the program. Like, even if you just stay within the first primer week to the first 4 weeks, that first phase, that's a whole program in itself. You could just go, primer week 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to primer week. You can just fluctuate there for a while, but I don't think you'll need to. You're going to surprise yourself. Challenge yourself. Push it to the limit. Stephen Barnes, any way to improve blood circulation? My job is a lot of cardio, but circulation in my arms is still poor. I'm also happy to say I've lost 40 pounds over the past 4 months. Oh, that's good. 315 down to 270. That's fantastic. I think the blood circulation sauna is great, but I think also club mace, that's going to get a lot of circulation to your arms. I would give that a try too. Yoga is fantastic. You could also get a bucket of rice and just do your extensors and rotate your wrists in the bucket of rice just to strengthen and mobilize those joints. That's one of the best things you could do for your forearms and all the tiny muscles in your fingers. All right, let's get one more call. We're going to move on to some balls deep, maybe last questions. Come on in. All right, we got a post here or a question from Danny. Danny boy, you're on.
What is better right before bed, cold showers or hot showers? I always thought it was cold showers, but then I was listening to Matthew Walker the other day, and he was saying take a hot bath or a shower before bed, and it'll help you sleep. Thanks, Papa.
Well, I try it out. I'd see what works best for you. I do know from me personally that if I end on for example, so I generally do my sauna later in the day. So I'll do sauna and I'll do cold plunge right after, but then I like getting into the hot sauna to warm back up again. For me, if I do cold, I think a lot of times the reason why that might not be like a good idea is because it probably will light you up. It's very invigorating. So if you're trying to calm down and go to sleep, it's very stimulating because it'll demand your body increase things like, heart rate and to warm the body back up. So I think probably the reason is just because your body will activate a lot more in order to warm back up, and it might be harder to get into a deeper sleep. Although you do want a cold room. So I have a cooling pad in a cold room, dark room, but that's good as your body, as you go into sleep, the cold will bring you down to a deeper sleep. So I personally like maybe a cool shower So I'll do sauna, then I'll do a couple minutes in the cold plunge right after, and then I usually get back into the sauna, bring my body temperature back up, and then take like a lukewarm, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I still want to warm back up a little bit, and then, yeah, I do agree with that to the point where I don't like to do cold plunge and then go to bed. Like I get too hyped up. But if I go back into the sauna and warm back up, I'm very relaxed and zenned out. So that's personally what I do. And I play around with that sometimes. Or sometimes I'll do the sauna and maybe I won't go into the cold plunge. I'll just do a cold shower. But if I go into the sauna, I'm bringing my body temperature up a lot. And then if I go into the shower, it takes me a long time for my body to cool back off. And I don't want to be like sweating. So, the shower, the classic Seinfeld, the shower didn't take. It didn't take. You keep sweating out. That's the worst. So I'll have to be in there for a while. It's better for me just to get into the cold plunge and do 2 or 3 minutes. I usually do 3 minutes as a pretty standard. And then I'll get back in, warm back up. And it feels really nice. You're like shivering in there, but it's hot. And then it brings you back up and chill and shower off and then go to bed. Well, there you go. There you have it, fam. That was nice.
And that's the way.
Right.
I like it. They see on the sunshine bun.
We're there, baby.
That's deep.
We're there. Let's go. Let's fucking go. It's time for me to get swole. Every fucking day with the Swole fam. Daily Swole. Getting me swole. All right. All right, here we go. Let's get into some balls deep content. Everyone's favorite part of the show. Drop it down below. Pick a number between 1 and 4. It's the Daily Swole. It's balls deep. No, 1 and 3. 1 and 3. We do have one palate cleanser, so pick a number 1, 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. What in the fuck is that? All right, hold on a second. Yee, yaboomba.
What the fuck is that?
Yaboomba. All right, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. We do have one palate cleanser. And a reminder that we do have an overtime segment tomorrow for members. So join the fam today, swolenormousx.com, and get access to tomorrow's private live stream and the entire archive of all the previous live streams, all the overtime segments, all the roundtables, and all the accountability meetings at your fingertips. You can catch up on all of them. Binge watch, binge listen. That's the way to do it. swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Yeah, boosh. All right, let's go into it. All right. Let's see. Positive charisma, fat phobia. We don't have any physical. We'll do number 3, but you have to list a physical attribute. So number 3, fat phobia. Food is not bad. Your body needs it, and systemic oppression. Well, that sounds pretty good. Let's do number 3. This is called shape privilege. Ooh, shape privilege. There's not even the shape of your body privilege. This is a response to a TikTok question. It says, would you be willing to talk about how body shape plays into fatness? My God. Some of these people, job alert. Hey, there's job openings. There's a lot of job openings, fam. There's a lot of job openings. Get a job. Get a job. I need that soundboard. A lot of my issues, specifically with clothing, is that they cater to a more, I guess it's continued. Cool. We don't have to read the rest of it. Let's listen to this Chundergunch.
Yes, we should talk about this because it is actually super, super important. And
said no one ever.
What the fuck is that?
It's super, super important. No, it's not. No, it's not. You can pretend it is. We'll pretend for right now. We'll pretend that you think it's important, but we know that it's not.
Heavily affects me as someone who doesn't have like a desirable body shape. I've talked about this on here before about saying that I have size privilege, being small fat.
Oh my fucking God.
Matt Damon.
You're one of those kinds of retards. Shape, you mean fat. My body shape, I can tell you don't have a chin. Like, that's not a shape, that's fatness. It's fatness. It's a fatness. All right, let's continue. It's going to be good.
I don't have shape privilege. So like I have like sort of the structural access to things, as in like I can fit in seats and stuff, which especially is because I don't carry weight in my hips. But I don't have desirability privilege because.
Sweetheart, you just said out loud that you don't carry weight in your hips. Okay. From your face and your shoulders, like from that upper bust position, that's impossible. What do you look like, Gru? Like, how? You're telling me you don't store anything in your hips? Okay, Jenny.
Of my body shape. And I didn't register until like a few months ago how much body shape does play into who gets considered fat and who gets considered, I guess, as we talked about in my earlier video, salvageably fat, because of the...
Salvageably fat. They find you on the bottom of the Atlantic. It's a salvage mission. Like the Titanic, salvageable. Go to a salvage yard.
Desirability politics at play. But shape is huge. And I literally see people who are the same size as me, but with a different shape, just get treated completely differently. And
the same size as me, but a different shape. I don't think she understands what these things are. I do not think...
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
There's some kind of disconnect here. I think it's located in your synapses. Acetylcholine is hard to come by in these parts.
I feel like because my shape has always been what my shape is, that is to say mostly stomach, no hips, big boobs, but big shoulders, and like I'm just kind of an inverted triangle with a belly. Even when I was smaller,
Show it. Fuck, I'm saying it. Show it. Don't just tell me you're inverted. Don't tell me you're an inverted triangle with a belly and not give me a visual. Fucking, I'm ready. I'm ready. Show me. Show me. Show it to me right now. Show it to me.
when I was straight size, I did not have the desirability privilege that I see other people that size or larger having, because
what's desirability privilege? This chick is making up. She's made up like 5 victim categories in this one video that I've never heard before. Didn't she say desirability politics? What is that? What is that? It's a rhetorical question. It means nothing. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. She looks like the evil guy from No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem. Flip a coin. Heads or tails.
My body shape was never the ideal. And so when people would be like, oh, curvy's more sexy, real women have curves, like that doesn't apply to me. I don't have curves. I'm not that. Like, and so I hate when that language gets caught up in fat language, if that makes sense. And the thing about shape is it's also a lot less changeable than size. Because like even when I was a size 10 and weighed like half of what I do now, like I had the same body shape and I can't change that ever. So I think that basically what I'm saying is size does play into a lot of things, such as access to clothing, such as access to like seating or physical spaces, such as genuine stigma, because if you are much larger, it doesn't matter what your shape is, you're gonna get treated worse. Or like if your BMI is that much higher, doctors won't take you seriously. But I think especially the mid-sized community would do.
I'm gonna stop you right there. If your BMI is high enough, doctors won't take you seriously. This is sinister shit. If your BMI is high enough, that means you're wider than you are tall. Okay, pumpkin? Probably how you actually look. It's not that doctors aren't taking you seriously. It's that you won't listen to doctors because they're not telling you what you want to hear. And newsflash, doctors aren't there to tell you what you want to hear. They're telling you what you need to hear. In theory, I'm not saying most doctors know what they're talking about. They know how to prescribe things. They know how to outsource and, give you a script to go see an orthopedist. They know how to send you to a specialist or write a script. They're not really going to tell you how to be healthy. You don't go to the doctor to be healthy. You go there if you broke your fucking arm or you're like, oh my God, what's this rash? I don't know what this is. Then you go to the doctor. People that are healthy aren't going to the doctor frequently. So it's not that the doctors don't take you seriously, it's that it hurts your feelings. When they say you are morbidly obese, you're at high risk for all sorts of Alzheimer's, dementia, heart disease, cancer. No, feelings. Come on, stop whining.
Well, to discuss shape more, because that plays in, I think, to more stuff about like desirability politics and how does the clothing fit. And when you're on the cusp, it can kind of make or break whether that one pair of jeans in the store that could fit you will fit you. I mean, above all, I think it probably affects how men treat me, probably more than anything else.
Desirability politics. You're annoying. How do men treat you? How do men treat you? When's the last time you were treated, quote unquote, by a man? When's the last time?
Because
you're not going to be bringing a lot of men into the fold. Pun intended. Get it? Get it? The folds? Nah. Yeah, I went there. With that annoying personality. Just putting that out there. Desirability politics.
I don't know what it's like to have a different body shape or really even a different body size. I haven't fluctuated that much in my life, but based on the way I hear people who are in more conventionally desirable body shapes and body types talk about how men treat them, woo, it is night and day. So yeah, if you're watching this, how does shape play into your experience of being plus size or mid size? I want to know.
Be less fat. Take care of your health. Your shape. This girl probably eats out of a trough. There's no way you're eating healthy. Obviously. There's no way you're taking care of your health. So, desirability politics. Straight sized. Straight shaped. My God. My God. This has to stop.
That's a huge bitch.
We must exorcise the demons. Fam.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
They probably treat you like a woman with a terrible personality. That's probably how they do treat you. Be less annoying. Learn how to play the harp or something. Learn a unique skill. All right, let's get a palate cleanser. Let's get a little tainty boy.
Aww.
Let's get a little tainty boy. Do that again. Aww, very nice, very nice.
Great Scott!
That's a good tainty man. That's a good tainty man. I'm in pain.
Sad.
I'm in pain.
Sad. Sad.
I am hurting. Okay, let's get into this one. It's a funny duet, and get prepared to laugh. Here we go. Palate cleanser.
Go to the fucking gym.
No, I'm watching The Bachelor. I'm watching The Bachelorette, and your mom's coming over. Don't cry. You think a tough guy'd swallow? It's okay.
I just spit.
No, I'm going to the vet.
I see you.
Yeah, on my way to the vet with these sick
Go to the
puppies.
fucking gym.
No.
You think a tough guy like you would swallow. Very nice. You made a pee-pee joke. We like that. We like that. Biggest diggers.
Because emotional damage.
Very nice. That was a funny one.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Good sense of humor. I liked it. I liked it. I think a tough guy like you would swallow. No. Vegan tears. Only vegan tears. Ha, ha, ha. Funny, funny fucking joke, man. Funny. Now go to the fucking gym. All right. Good one. We like. We like the videos. What movie is Say It from? Fucking the greatest masterpiece in modern cinema. Fucking Bloodsport, baby. Bloodsport. Little JCVD. Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right, go watch. If you haven't seen Bloodsport, fucking go watch it today before I officially hate you for the rest of your existence. That's a must watch, like now. Okay, let's get into it now. We got number one, number schwam or number stew? Number schwam or number stew? Mark says, love my GTTFG mug. Just wish it was a little bigger. Did you get the 11 ounce or the 15 ounce? Should have gotten the 15 ounce one. Always go big mug. Always go big mug. Oh, 20 ounces? Oh, a 15. Did you get the 15 ounce one? Oh, yeah, we don't have 20 ounce ones. You just drink too much coffee. All right. Hey, you guys. All right, let's see. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Frankie. Van Damme. You got the 15 ounce. All right, I like that. If you got it the 11 ounce, I'd be like, bro, why don't you get the big one? 15 ounce isn't big enough. I hear you. Oh, if we had 20 ounce, oh, we'd have it. We'd sell it. All right, number two. Tyler's going glasses, colored hair, and racism. Why not? Let's go.
I got hairy legs.
You got the colored hair right. Looks like we have a sausage in our mix. Looks like we got a dude. I'm not sure if... Depends on how he talks. I don't know if it's really a dude. Doesn't look hetero from this image, but you never know. Responding to a question on TikTok or comment, it says, the only time not wanting to date a trans person is a preference is when you may want biological children, and that's understandable, I think. IDK, I don't know. The only time not wanting to date a trans person is a preference is when you may want biological children. How about you don't want to date someone with a penis? I'm not going to date a man that's pretending to be a woman. I don't like my women with dicks. I love how people say it's a preference. It's not I don't like my women with penises because that's a man.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Boys have a penis, girls have vagina.
All right, let's see what we got here. Not wanting to date trans. Here we fucking go. You ready for this one, Beaches? Howard, you ready, buddy? You ready? This one's going to get intense.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's a dick. It's a fucking dick, probably.
I disagree with this, and I still think it's harmful to trans people. Right, you can still have biological children with a trans partner.
If they're a woman. If they're a female. Okay, let's do it again.
I disagree with this, and I still think it's harmful to trans people. You can still have biological children with a trans partner. In the same way that, like, two lesbians can have a biological child.
Not by themselves. Two lesbians cannot have a child. They can't unless there's another man involved. Are we understanding this okay? Let's say it. Let's make sure that we are explicit with this. Two women, you cannot put those clams together. All right? You can't be bumping negative terminals of the battery and think that you're going to get a baby out of it. Okay? You can get one, like, inseminated somehow, right? With sperm. So you still need a man. Still need a man. So make sure your two women cannot have a baby. A woman can have a baby if they're inseminated by a man. This is really complicated stuff. So try to keep up.
Two lesbians can have a biological child. Two gay men can have a biological child.
Two gay men, again, let's get to the root cause of this. Two gay men cannot have a child. They can take care of a child. You need a woman to have the child. Okay? Sword fighting ain't going to get you a baby. You're not going to shit a baby out of your asshole. I don't care how much cream filling you put up there in that donut. You ain't getting chromosomes come back out. You're going to get some other shit coming back out. That's, well. Yeah. All right, let's continue. How much worse can it get? We have 44 seconds to find out.
can have a biological child. Yes, it's a lot harder to have biological children when you're not in a cis-het relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
Biological children when you're not in harder to have biological children. Yes, it's a lot harder to have biological children when you're not in a cis-het relationship, but it's still possible. Is it expensive? Yes. But that's something that I feel like a lot of people in the LGBT community go through if they want kids. I don't. No. I'm too.
Thank fucking God. Let's get a round of applause. Thank God you're not reproducing. Please don't. Please don't. For fuck's sake. That's the best news I heard all day. Retribution. You're bringing this back. You're bringing this back. Saved it. Saved the video. Still got 26 seconds to ruin it. That's good fucking news, fam. That's good news.
LGBT community go through if they want kids. I don't. No. I'm too poor to have children. But for my LGBT people that do want to have kids and you want a loving partner to have those children with, I feel like you still shouldn't be discriminating against your partner if they're trans when looking for a partner.
Fucking tool. Oh, discriminating against your partner. If your partner has a penis, oh no, you still have to, if they're trans, oh, you still have to be with them. They say they're a woman, oh my God, you're transphobic. No, I'm not gay. I don't want dick in my mouth. I don't want dick in my mouth from a wannabe Power Ranger. Okay, you cannot make up your gender. You are what you are. You're a man. You want to dress like a woman. You want to act like a woman. Hey, phthalates are a real fucking thing. Taint length matters. Glyphosate's a real fucking thing. There are a lot of endocrine disruptors in our environment. I feel ya. I feel ya. There's a lot of mental disorder. Cell phones and social media have fucked people upside down, inside out. A lot of people are getting groomed nowadays. You grew up in this fucked up world. I hear ya. It still doesn't make me want a dick in my mouth. I appreciate the offer. Not something I'm interested in. That's not being discriminatory. That's not being prejudiced. That's not sexually attracted to penis. It's called evolution. It's called the only reason you're here today is because your parents weren't butt fucking. The only reason you're here is because of, science and shit. Biology.
Discriminating against your partner if they're trans when looking for a partner. It still feeds into this stigma that trans people are not their gender when they.
Jesus Christ, trans people are not their. Hold on. Fuck.
That trans people are not their gender when they are.
They're not. A trans woman is a man that wants to live like a woman. Free country, yes. Gender dysphoria, also yes.
Trans man is a man and a trans female is a female.
No. 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 No, 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 no. Hey, no, 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 no. A trans man is a trans man. I'll give you that. A trans woman is a trans woman. You can keep making the argument whether or not trans actually is a real thing or not. No, a trans woman is not a woman. It's just not. I'm not saying you can't live the way you want to live, fine, but it's not. The same way a rock is not a bucket of water. A rock is not a baby. It's a trans rock. Well, it's still a fucking baby. It's still a baby that is calling itself a rock. A trans man is a trans man. A baby is a baby. A rock is a rock. A trans woman is a trans woman. That's a man that wants to be a woman or wishes to be a woman, whatever it is. Okay? Never will be a woman. Wants to be a woman. Wishes to be a woman. Thinks it's a woman. Not a woman. Same thing. It's like, what was it? The Tropic Thunder. You know, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Want a ping pong championship, competition? That ain't retarded. Slow, yes. Not retarded.
I don't believe you people.
Huh? What do you mean, you people?
Look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Okay.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Gender, when they are. A trans man is a man and a trans female is a female.
Nope.
It just makes the community more loving and accepting.
Ah, there it is. Compassion. Ah, there it is. There it is. There's that compassion. Loving and accepting. Unless you disagree, and then we'll fucking run you out of town and burn you at the stakes. Yeah, loving and accepting. You sound so loving and accepting, telling me that your make-believe world that you're living in is my reality, and you can fuck all the way off. Look, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you want to fuck or what you want to stick in your mouth or your holes. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you are. If you're stupid and you say dumb shit, I'm going to address it as stupid and dumb. I don't hate this person as an individual. I think he's absolutely fundamentally incorrect and part of a cult. That's what I think. I don't wish him ill. I don't wish him harm. I'm also not trying to control what he has the right to say it. He has the right to say all this stuff, just like I have the right to say that it's fucking insane. I'm not trying to stop him from saying it. But people like him want to stop me from saying shit like this, which is fucking crazy. You can say that, and I can say this, and we'll let people find their own way to logic and common sense. Okay. Very nice.
Matt Damon.
Good talk. Good talk. Your father was a Roman. Got that soundboard.
Your father was a woman.
Oh.
Emotional, damn it.
We have no more palate cleansers. We do have one more video to wrap up with. This one is called Comfort Food. It's 20 seconds. Let's just jump right into it.
Here's an unpopular opinion, but what's new from me is that food...
Jesus Christ. Is it just me or her eyebrows growing every time we see her? What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Whoa. Jesus, you need to get some zoning permits for those eyebrows. Fucking hell, man. Woo-wee. Those things are about to chrysalis.
Here's an unpopular opinion, but what's new from me is that food can and is allowed to be comforting. The term comfort food is really demonized, but in actuality,
it's addiction. And it's terrible lifestyle habits. And it's an excuse. And it's escapist. Comfort food. Oh my God, I'm stressed out. Let me eat things and jack up my blood sugar. Let me eat processed garbage because I'm sad. Yeah.
Normal, and it's okay to use food as a form of comfort.
Oh my God, is it okay? It's okay. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Ah, you need comfort food, do you? Yeah. Yeah. Stop using TikTok. Stop using TikTok as your therapy couch. That'd be great. That'd be great. Thank you.
Matt Damon. Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Oh. All right. Jesus Christ. Would you be comforting? Would you be comforted if you saw that in the mirror? Oh, Mark G. She speaks in the Queen's English. Is it the King's English now? Ho! Ah.
He's on fire!
All right. All right. Fam, the rage is real. I told you we go balls deep. When we go balls deep, I'm not fucking around. I am not fucking with you. When we go deep, we go deep. We go all the way in. We go all the way in. What's that over there? We go in. No mercy. Never surrender. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Fam, we got an amazing overtime segment tomorrow. Mañana. Tomorrow. It's overtime tomorrow. It's only a day away. Overtime tomorrow. Overtime tomorrow. OT, baby. Let's fucking go. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Falcon, pick me a winner. You beast. It burns us, precious. Oh, winner, chicken dinner. We got one. Caught me a marlin. Clayton Viter. Congratulations. Claytonius Viter. Congratulations. Clayton, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 23 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email, and we will send you this amazing Swole card. Congratulations, Bro Jackson. Excellent. Let's drop some soundboards. We got some piano cock coming up in just a moment. Do not wait. Do not go don't nobody go nowhere. We got some piano cock. Oh, I'm gonna lay it down. You know what I'm saying? Gonna lay it down. Pick me some soundboards, baby. Let's go.
What's your name, fat body?
All right, then leave!
Come on, man.
I got hairy legs. Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth. $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion. $1.4 billion.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Fart in your general direction.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Pop us quick with that soundboard, fam.
Goddamn, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one that's right and suckable.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, so not really, it's your face.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
No need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
I better use my strong hand.
So prayer is a neopronoun that comes from the word person, which is why I really like him.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kid used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
There we go. Piano cock. Whip it out. You got that quick release. Nice upgrade. Excellent, fam. Thank you so much. Nailed it again. Nailed it, baby. All right, fam. Thank you so much for another amazing episode. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, share, leave us a review. Thank you, Jay Classy. Love right back at you. Everyone, we'll be back here tomorrow for 23-24 because tomorrow is FEF and it's not Ask Possible, it's overtime. So tomorrow, join the fam today so you'll get access to tomorrow's private live stream. Overtime segments are the tits. So be here for that. Another amazing stream coming up tomorrow. Don't nobody go nowhere. We'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in